If you're a real estate investor and you're tired of barely breaking even on your rental properties, listen up. I'm about to show you how to turn a single family home into a cash flowing, high demand co-living space. And trust me, this strategy is changing the game for smart investors. Now, you might be thinking, is it even worth it? I got to add some extra bedrooms in there. I got to deal with contractors. Let me tell you a really quick story. Now, Steve owns a 3-bedroom rental. His tenants, they're nice. They pay $2,200 a month after mortgage, maintenance, taxes, all that stuff. He's left with about $300 in profit. I mean, if you get enough of these, 100 doors, that's good. You're making pretty good money. Now, meanwhile, his next door neighbor, Sarah, has the same house, same neighborhood, but she's making over $6,000 a month. Now, how does she do that? Her secret? She turned her home into a co-living property. It's that simple. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same. Here's the reality of traditional rentals. I mean, you've all heard it. You know exactly. It's the path we all were following. 1 tenant, 1 rent check, limited cash flow. And if that tenant leaves, you're stuck with a vacant home and no income. You're holding the bag for those few months. Now, imagine splitting that same house into 4, 5, 6 rooms, each with its own lease. Interesting now, huh? Instead of 1 check per month, you're collecting multiple rent payments. More income, less vacancy risk, and a property that practically pays for itself. So how do you actually convert a single family home into a co-living space? That's why we're all here today. That's what I'm about to break down. Let's do it. Step 1, optimize the layout. Now look at your floor plan. Do you have unused space? A dining room no one needs, a giant living room? That's what we call untapped rental potential. And by simply adding a partition walls, non-load bearing walls, you can create an extra bedroom instantly, creating your rental income. And the best part, a $3,000 renovation could add, anywhere between $800 to $1,000 per month in rent. Now multiply that across a few rooms, your cash flow skyrockets. Let me show you exactly what that's going to look like. And to do that, I'm going to use the Pad Split website because they do it very nicely for you. So we got the old 4-bedroom, 3-bath. 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's got a living room, a dining room. Now we're turning that into the old 7-bed, 3-bath. You see before, $1,600, after, $4,000. Big diffy. Next, you're going to want to furnish the co-living property. So here's the deal. Co-living tenants, they don't want like an empty house. They want to move in where it's like ready, furnished spaces. People are putting simple, modern furniture, comfortable common areas, and high-speed Wi-Fi. That's what they want. And I've seen people now are hearing the rumblings of people adding little refrigerators in there, a desk, another place for the person can sit after they come home from work, where they don't want to lay on the bed if they're dirty. All these small details justify higher rents, and they help you keep your tenants longer. Step number 3 is going to be the compliance and legal considerations. Now, before you start knocking down walls and doing all that, check your local zoning laws, because you're going to want to get permits and everything. And the reason being, if you want to sell this later to another operator, or you're basically creating a tiny business here. If you want to sell that later, then you have all the permits and everything's up and up. Some cities do have occupancy limits. Make sure you're not buying it in an HOA. So if they require any special permits, you may want to go to an area where they're a little bit lax. And the biggest issue is going to be the parking. So make sure you got enough parking. And then when you build your rooms, make sure you're doing it, to a standard that is livable. But, don't worry. Most of these areas are embracing the co-living situation because they need to meet this housing demand. A quick call to your city's zoning office can save you a ton of headaches. So just do the research before. Now, let's talk the numbers. This is the part I love. A traditional rental may bring you, like we just saw, $1,650. But a co-living setup, now you got 3 extra bedrooms and you're charging per room. That's $4,100. So you're going from $1,600 to $4,100. The same property, minus the expenses. Now you're pocketing somewhere around $2,000 in profit. But before you're only profiting $200, so and we're talking every single month. Now tell me, would you rather make $300 a month or $3,000? So that's the power of the co-living exit strategy. That's why I keep harping on it. That's why I'm trying to bring people along with me. Now you might be thinking this sounds amazing, but how do I fund it? Well, that's where private money lenders come in. You don't have to use any of your own money, or maybe you want to be a private money lender. Investors and lenders love co-living because it generates high cash flow and with lower risk than multifamily projects. If you're looking for partners or you want to be a private lender looking for high yield opportunities, let's talk. Go down in the description and hit that little link that says 15-minute call with Alex, because this is your chance to transform a single family home into a high profit rental machine. I have the deals, I have the operations. The only thing that I could see bringing people in is for the funding, and we can make a amazing partnership. And even in the beginning, if you just want to fund it for, let's say, 12 months, so you can, we can get to know each other first. You can be a private. I always suggest be a private money lender first, and then we can go into actually partnering long term. Now, co-living isn't just a trend. It's honestly, this is going to be the future of rental real estate. The demand is growing. The margins are insane. It's incentivizing investors, and smart investors are already making the shift. So honestly, at this point, the real question is, will you be one of them? Now, if you got value from this, hit the like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is this the future? Is it just a trend? What do you think? And if you're ready to scale your investments, let's connect. No, this is the next big move. Do not miss it. All right, I'll see you on the next